Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome back to Foundation, where we continue work on our island Bailey city centre and the surrounding villages that funnel into it. Today we're going to be working on our polished stone resource. We're going to be working on making that more productive and more suitable for our needs. We're also going to be looking at using that stone to create paved roads in the middle of our city. Welcome back. We're diving straight in. We've got a couple of things we're going to be working on here, war rations and the royal court. But first of all, a little bit of cleanup from the last couple of episodes. First of all, now we've removed the stone from here, we can actually just make this residential. I think it's probably going to do as a perfectly fine little spot for a house or two. I'm also really tempted to come down onto the beach, because otherwise we're just going to have this huge area that isn't going to do anything. And we are needing some lower quality housing that will still get fed fine from the warehouse here, from the market here. Excuse me. The only thing I want to make sure is that we don't go too close to the fish. But yeah, I think we might actually. It might behoove us to just generate that as residential. There's a lot of people moaning. Oh, villager block, what's that? Where you couldn't reach the tax office. Okay, that's interesting. It may well be that it's getting built. You couldn't reach a tax office. Where are you? Why are you trying to get to a tax office? Let's just turn that back off again. Sorry. Villager blocking can be a real problem. So, Gota, she is the tax collector. Okay, and she can't reach. No, which one do we want? That one. She can't reach which tax office? And why can't that be reached? Is it just because the thing is so close there? I mean, it could just be that it's not accessible. That is a squeeze. Okay. Okay. It says it's accessible. Let's try. Let's just do. Because we are currently, this wall is something we can work on. So I don't mind so much if this just comes out into the water more. That's fine, I think. Okay, so apply that, and then we'll adjust this wall too. So be careful when we adjust these walls, because they need to get rebuilt, and whilst they're getting rebuilt, that one might not, because it's only a small movement. That's fine. Okay, let's see if that was a problem. Maybe they just couldn't enter here, but that's good. That'll make us a nice sort of street up here eventually. Okay, and we still have this thing that we need to move. Could just go down here. I can't remember what that thing is now, but that's fine. Okay, I think it was just a tent for looks. Okay, cool, that's that. What was the other thing somebody mentioned we needed to fix? Oh, man, I can't remember. Let me look at the comments. I remember now. It was the fact that this wall probably shouldn't be a wall. And yeah, you're right. You wouldn't have this wall and this wall. It would cause issues with water. This wall is probably enough for this area. The beach here would be accessible for fish and for washing clothes and all sorts of stuff. You're right. This is too much to be a wall. I've looked back at like Mott and Bailey buildings in real life, and yeah, it's too much. So let's. I kind of want to, yeah, we can just click all of that and remove it, right? Yeah. And we cannot build. Why can't we build it? I just want to get rid of the whole thing. Can we do it that way? But it also has that. So why can't I just... Why won't it let me do that? Can't construction because the requirements have not been met. Well, the upfront cost can't be paid. I mean, we have the stone and the money, but it shouldn't cost us anything, should it? Let's just clear changes. Okay, let's just try... No. Let's just try destroying it. There we go. And we'll just rebuild the castle gate. That's fine. Yeah, not a problem with that. Okay. Alright, that's that then. So yes, we're going to be working on the crafting war recipes and stuff. We're going to be working on... the royal court, but we also in the last episode just kind of threw stuff down over here, and we need to readdress it. So we have polished stone that has got plenty of stone in it and is generating polished stone, and it's not too close to these houses to be a problem, which is good. And then this camp here is generating stone from over here right now, so that's good as well. Now, at the moment, we don't have the advancements for the stone camp, but that is something we can do. Villager path still blocked. Hold on, we need to get on top of this. Chiron couldn't affect the stonemason's hut, but you're in it, buddy, so you could reach it. So tax office, we've tried to fix that. I don't know why Chiron couldn't find the hut. Like, he's found it, and he's doing stuff. He's just kind of chilling. Yeah, having a good look at his stone. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that. It might have just been a blip. Okay, sorry. So progression. Stone. Let's see. So the Stonemason hut improvements, but not actually the stone camp. I did think Stonemason hut. So tooling. Oh, somebody mentioned, why are you not doing tooling? It's costing money for iron. Well, yeah, it is, but we've got no reason not to worry about it. We've got more money than sense right now. Like, we will obviously make our own iron eventually, but right now it just doesn't really need it. And we can set it up. We have the iron mining now. It just isn't going to produce much of it, I don't think. So we'll unlock that. We can now do common wares, which is going to be important. Okay. Let's have a look at the Stonemason hut improvement and the wheat farm improvement then. What are you? Mining taxes? No, I'm not worried about that. Smithing taxes? Not worried about taxes. Just want to make sure we've got everything we can. That's all, yeah. So it looks like we can't improve the stone camp, which is interesting because we have been able to improve the lumber camp. So I would have thought it would have been as an option there, but instead it's actually only stonemason hut. So improves the workplace function, can store up to 25 output, can store up to 25 output, adds a worker, adds a worker, adds a worker, adds two worker, adds two worker. I mean, that's all great. Like, it's going to make the thing pretty big, but I do actually like the idea of it. So I think we continue to flesh out this camp. Hopefully all of these bits don't add to the extended size of the negativity. Let's just put that on and just check. Because there is negativity here, and it's not a problem this end. We're just getting closer and closer to the wheat fields. I don't mind that. But here we are getting closer and closer to this house, so we do have to be careful about this sort of stuff. So this is going to add... Oh, yeah, it does look like it will add up. So you'll see here, look, it has a area of negativity around it, which is fine. But I think what happens is when you place these, you actually get... The whole area itself actually gets a little bigger. So let's just see if we can see that happen. It might not happen with these. It didn't seem to happen with that, but it might do. So we can add some crates here. And we are going to have to adjust this fence as well, because the fence, I didn't realise how close the fence was to all this. That might be causing some clipping issues with people. So actually, before we do anything else, let's fix that fence. And we can just take this farm back a shy. It's currently adequately sized, but I think if we do that, it's probably going to be small sized. But that, I don't care that much, honestly. It's good enough still. We're still producing a lot of wheat. So now we'll come up to this fence and edit it. There we go. And this will be a mighty fine stonemason camp now. Instead, we'll do that. As the wheat gets cut down, we'll double check that that's okay. But now let's come back into here then. Okay, so that's added rack. That stores 25. That stores 25. Well, I think rather than that, then let's do the more established one. Yeah, this is cool because we can run these sort of along the path here. That'll look good, I think. Oh, never mind. Only one allowed. Well, that's fine then. Well, that's actually saying it can't be accessed. What's this thing? I thought I got rid of that. Okay, well, let's do this then. Fine. Stone rack. We can do this one. And that's different to the other one somehow. Sure. There we go. What else we got? So a tooling desk, this adds a person in, that's good. Can we get that up against the wall there? That'll look pretty good, although that wall eventually will be... And actually, no, we're not going to do a wall on the outside. No, so that's fine. This is good. No. It has poor access. There. Tooling table adds a person in as well. That's neat. Can we get that down by the river? Doesn't want to put it that close to the water. I mean, that's perfectly fair, to be honest. Instead, we'll add it over here then. Carving table adds a person in. That's nice. Add that there. A little hut. This magical little hut. It's going to sit there. All of these wheat fields are going soon, so that's not a problem. And then a campfire right in the middle. Okay, there, that's what we're going to do. All right, so let's stick that out there for a moment. Adjust this. Don't know why they're not moving. It's a little irritating, but that's okay. Take those all around. And now we should be able to bring that in. There we go. Apply changes. And we don't really mind the excess in the removal of the space there, because it's just moving into the wheat field. That is going to be much trickier to do on this side without probably losing this house here. But, you know, if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. You know, it's not the end of the world. We can keep moving down here housing-wise. It's not a huge problem if we lose one or two here and this becomes a bit more industrial. Because the other thing we can always do is stick a little bridge just bloop, across there, which I think is probably a good idea as well. Talking of little bridges, there's the help menu, just so you know. Talking of little bridges, we built a stone bridge over the top of the wooden bridge. Did we ever get rid of the wooden bridge? I'm not sure we did. Maybe we did. Wooden bridge. We didn't. Destroy the wooden bridge. There we go. So that seemed to work okay. That never caused any issue. Well, I say it never caused any issues with pathing. It might have done. It might have been why the reason they couldn't find stuff. But for the most part, I actually think that's a pretty good way of doing that, just to replace the wooden bridge with the stone bridge. So the last one we have to do of current bridges is this one. So I think we should do that. We've also got stuff to build here in resource with the iron, which we'll look at in a moment. So, bridge, stone. All right. This is... I always struggle a little bit to build these nice, but we'll try by doing... I feel it's very much all or nothing. Let's go there. Let's click the whole thing. Okay, so first glance, that looks okay. That's going to go pretty much where it needs to be on this side. And it pretty much where it needs to be on this side, actually. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go build. And we'll do the same again with that. Once the wooden bridge is, once the stone bridge is done, we'll get rid of the wooden bridge. What do you want? They always want cloth, and we just, or cotton even, we just never have it. We're just either not producing enough, or we're just turning it into cloth too quickly. Either way, the production line is fine. Wheat seems to be struggling now, which again, I don't really understand why. We are going to come in and upgrade all of our wheat farms soon. Might be we can be able to get rid of this granary that's currently just there to hold wheat, because the wheat farms can hold a much higher quantity of wheat with the way we're doing it now. So maybe we just need more wheat farms, and that isn't awful either. Now this area is open for the stone. Where does it actually go to? Yeah, we own all of this, so we can just keep extending wheat farms up there, which I think is probably the way to go. I want to see how this looks once the wheat is done for the stone, but that's getting built. Okay, so while that's happening then, stone production seems to be fine still, so these guys don't mind heading over there to get it. That's good. And then this will become the beginning of our iron obstruction here. So improve your castle with a provisioner. So here's our castle. So let's come into here. Is provisioner now a building we can do here? Oops. Royal office. That's another thing we need to do. Provisioner. Okay, so the good thing is the provisioner is a free build building, so we can start to expand our free build area somewhere with the provisioner. So let's close that. And this needs a gate, most definitely. So we can now turn this into a provisioner. So we're going to come into new build, castle, there, sorry. And provisioner. Okay. And now we can build a tower here that is actually the provisioner tower. That's good. So we'll start with one of these. In fact, can we snap it to that? Alright. It's a good start. We'll raise it up a little. It probably doesn't need a snap actually, because the snapping doesn't quite have it in the middle. There's that. Maybe even a little more. It's probably easy if we look this way, isn't it? There we go. Okay, perfect. So that's that. What we can do... I would love some more different buildings, but I guess until we unlock the next level of like big stone castle structures, we're not going to be able to. So we'll keep this light for now, because again, it's probably going to be stuff that we end up adjusting and building differently anyway. Well, let's just get this on the grid. I would like it to be... There we go. Now we can take it off there. Oh. Oh, that's weird. Oh, there we go. So I knew there's a way you can get it lined up. So you have to attach it where you want to attach it whilst it's on the grid, like this. There we go. You have to put it down, turn the grid off, and then move it, and it'll stay the right line up. Then that's good. All right, so we'll have that coming down the side there. It's pretty good. We don't have any towers really, so to speak, within this building. So other than that square tower we've already put in, I'd like a nice round thing would be good here. Can't do it currently. We can do something like that sort of sticks out over the water, which I don't hate. Again, we'll get it on the grid, put it where it needs to be, and then adjust it. So let's see. Just needs to come this way a little. The fence will go away, so I'm not worried about the fence clipping. Otherwise, that's actually pretty slick. I like that. Okay. We'll get a doorway here, I think. I think that's where the door goes. Although, what's the clipping happening there? Is that part of that building? Surely that's the building knows to get rid of the outer there. It might not actually. Okay, well let's... If there's another one that lines up a bit better. Oh. There's this tall one. It's just too big. Like this one. That's probably the one we want. Let's have a look. Yeah. So we'll take this. We'll move it in between those posts there and stick it out a little. Okay, that's good. Hopefully it doesn't affect this house. I think it does. I could just about see the red. Somebody commented in not the last episode, but the episode before it. They were like, "Can't you see the buildings going red?" Not really. I can if I really focus on it, but it's not. It's not an easy thing for me to see. I see that's got rid of the wood now. Okay, cool. So I think we can have that there, and it not be too much of a problem. This is going to be our provisioner that sort of doubles up as the beginning of the building here. Okay, cool. I suppose we better make it look a little fancy. Does it need a chimney? It does. That's fine. I like a... If it's a building that cooks stuff, I actually quite like it having a real sort of monumental chimney. You know? Beast of a chimney built up there. I think that looks great. It's just out of the way of that window. Interior building looks good enough. It's a little funky, but I think we'll never look down there. It's fine. Okay. Okay, cool. That is going to be our provisioner. We should probably stick on a few splendor bits just to Oh, that's a funny little thing. A few splendor bits just to just to add on to the total splendor. Some of these, I could have sworn some of these could be lifted up. Is it that one that can be lifted up? I mean, that just looks dumb on the side there. This one looks quite good on the tower though, doesn't it? Nope. No, it doesn't. What's this? Oh, just a big old block of stone. I like that. Where can that go? Yeah, I don't mind that just as a big block of stone. That's good. And we have this cool door, and we have these buttresses that I don't quite know how these are meant to go on. Let's have a look. Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting. They sort of really stick out, huh? Oh, the wood one's probably better. Oh, I like that. Hold on, let's get it right. That's great. It's just like a bit of detail. This is a bit too extreme for a building of this scale, but look at that. That's going to look great just all down there. All different heights as the water goes up. Kind of dig that. That's awesome. And then I guess we put a little bit of a camp outside. Definitely get a flag. We're all about the flags at these points now, where it's like the crossover into the town. So we'll definitely get a flag there, and then just here, it's going to be a very dead space otherwise. So we might as well get something down here, like that, and maybe a boar on a spit, because I don't know. It's provisioner. He's cooking. Okay. Build. And the house didn't disappear. Huzzah! We left the game run while all that happened, so how are we getting on everywhere else? Terribly. Why is this bridge not getting built? Come on, folks. It has all the regular bricks. It's we're waiting. Oh, it's just builders now. Okay, well, everything's there at least. New stone camp looks pretty swish, doesn't it? Look at all these stonemasons we can employ. My goodness, let's get 2 in there straight away. And they can store 125. This is fantastic. Really love this. May be my favorite change from 1.0 is the fact that you can make these camps much bigger, and it means you just don't have to spam granaries and warehouses everywhere. That was one thing I never loved about the... Whose flag is this? Whose flag is this? This is not my flag. Now I need to go and find every flag. Where else do we have flags? I know we put another one down somewhere. We put a rustic one down, or did we change it? Whose flag is that? That is not my flag. My flag is orange and purple, and it has a frog on it. That looks like a bug. It's obviously resetting to a base level flag. Not happy about that, folks. Looks like we've been taken over. Anyway, sorry. Yes, I love this. I love this improvement on the stone. That's really great. I think that's a really great way of doing it. So you're not just constantly having to stick warehouses and granaries everywhere like you used to. Okay, we're going to paint this crop field a little bit. Now we could. Whoopsie daisy. Now we're happy with how this fence goes. It's now adequately sized. It's now too small. We'll see. That's fine, I think. Alright, so that's producing lots of stone. We'll leave this one just as it is for now. With that, the one expanded might just be enough. Okay. So that's going, the bridge is going, the provisioner's building. Okay, so the royal office are part of the Great Hall as well. We'll probably... I really just want this to be wall here with the church, and we'll expand the church into it. So I don't want to do too much on this side. So I guess the royal office probably goes here. It's going to be castle build again, isn't it? It's this dude, royal office. Let's see, there's no sort of custom builds for it, so again, it's just kind of more of the same, really. But that's okay. We'll... Oh. I mean, that's fine. Let's take it here and get it lined up nicely. Okay. Yeah, happy with that. I mean, it doesn't really need much else, does it, this one? It's just going to be a building for the dude to live in. We're definitely going to have to adjust the walls around all this, but otherwise... How about we do something like this? With this on the end of it. Oh, we reached common path 5. Nice. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll take the wall out. I mean, the wall goes... Maybe that goes a little too far to the water. Let's take it off the grid and squish it all together a bit more. Yeah, I like it. And then, because the one thing I like doing with the wooden ones is having this up against them. That one's too small. It sort of acts like a little dock. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that actually gets rid of the window there. That's clever. Well, whatever's clever. Can we do... Would it be better something like that? Across the 3 of them? I mean, that looks good. It kind of means this has to be higher. Which means that... Actually, no, that can stay. Okay, I like that. Now we can get one of these on here, I'm sure. Let's snap it, put it down, take the grid off. I like these by the bridges because I feel like they act as like little watch towers as people just seeing people come across the bridge. What have we not done? Probably a door. We always forget doors. It requires interior access and it does require fortifications. Well, that it is. Although we can do that one as well. I'll just stick a tower in it. Not there. Yeah. If in doubt, get your towers out. Okay, we need a door on this. We actually want that door, but we want it to go the other way. Oh, we want that door. Yes. But now we want it this way a little. There we go. And we will adjust the fencing there, that's fine. What's this little thing? Oh, that's just a cool entryway, but it actually gives you splendor. Oh, it just sort of sits on the side of the building. I'll have to remember that next time we want to do one. That looks nice. We didn't place that down there, did we? No. Okay. Fancy stuff around the place we'll probably worry about another time. Does one of these look right here? I don't think it does. Not against the wood. Why? That should be lift-upable. Lift-upable? But sure, we'll stick it on there. And then we can turn the grid off and move it this way. Oh. Oh, it goes down to the ground if it's not on the grid. Well, alright, it's there then. Cool. Now we can do everything, yes? Heavy fortification. Building unfulfilled requirements. Are you sure you want to build without fulfilling all the requirements? No. Requires heavy fortification. Are we... Does that only give... Oh, that gives passive light fortification. Passive light. Passive light, passive light, passive light. Oh, so does this have to be on the keep then? After all that... Do we just turn this into barracks then? Huh. So after all that, I think this is the heavy fortification, is it not? Provides heavy passive fortification. Yes, okay, so this actually has to be on here. Okay. Alright, well, that's what it is. The Royal Office. Perhaps we kind of squeeze it into the tax office here? That seems like a not terrible idea. Yeah, don't mind that. Yeah, okay. Rustic quarters. Let's do it this way though. The long ways looks a little better. And we'll squeeze that into... No, I do want to snap on. There. Make sure the windows all look... Okay, that looks alright. That side, the other side is very messy. We should just be able to swing this around 180 though. And it'd be okay. Let's have a look. Looks fine there. And just has to come this way. Okay, fine there. Fine there. Let's bring this up one. Yep. And we have this door here, which is very cool. We may end up covering it up. Don't mind these just as like a little bit of filler wall. Yeah, okay with that. And that's, I mean, I don't really know how that's different. Oh, the roof is different. Okay, well that's actually, yeah, let's go for the more permanent looking roof. That, I don't quite understand how these all stick together. That's saying yes, that's saying no, that's saying yes. Alright. We need something here to join these two up. It's probably going to be another tower, isn't it? I mean, because that's just, we're going to be able to just clonk that in there and braze it up. Yeah, and then bring that way a little. And then it doesn't really affect that door too much. This side looks okay. Doesn't look perfect. Maybe can a chimney hide our problems here? Probably not. What about a doorway? Kind of hides the worst of it. But the door is not accessible. Oh, jeez. Oh, really squeezing this stuff in there. That's good. What is this? I think that's an old arrow. I think that is the entrance there. And it gets rid of our problems, a lot of them. We just need to actually make it so we can see the door. Oh, that's now a problem for this. But that's okay. We can maybe shuffle that a little bit. Is there a better door? Oh man, we are squeezing this stuff in there. That's getting rid of that house. That just... No. It's no good. Which door works for us here? Is it just going to be something like this? I mean, that probably is fine. Sure. It's not quite connected to the wall. Oh, I thought she just fell over. She's just having a little snooze. Good for you, girl. Take the edge off. I think that's an old arrow. I don't think that needs to be there. Okay, let's click build. I don't know. We're gonna start getting some issues with clipping now. I'm sure about it. But so far, the game is so generous with how it allows you to do that stuff. I'm just going to move that over a little bit just to give ourselves a little bit of leeway. And then that should be the... what do we say it was called? The Royal Office. Okay. So improve your castle with a provisioner. We have done so. Is the building finished? Looks like it is. That's a cool looking building, you know. See, this has got the right flag, look. Assign a function. Cook with berry and boar. Oh, okay. So we get to pick what have we got the most of. Let's have a look. Berries, definitely. Boar, I don't know. Wheat, I don't know. Fish, berry and milk, we haven't got at all. Fish and boar, fish and wheat. Huh. It's got to be berries. Maybe it's berry and boar. One berry and one boar makes a war ration. Berry and bread would be perfect. Berry and wheat. I mean, we do okay for wheat. We're going to look at improving our wheat farms. Produces 2 for a berry and a wheat. So why would you not do berry and wheat then if it makes 2? It doesn't seem... Oh, that makes 2. Sorry, they all make 2. Okay. Berry. Okay, let's go berry and wheat. And let's get... I don't want to do too many cooks. Too many cooks. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's in your head all day now, isn't it? They can only have 10 berry, 10 wheat. I mean, that's pretty crap. But that does make war rations. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see what that looks like. In the meantime, then, while this gets built, let's have a look at what our farms can now do, all special. Let's start with this one because we have lots of room for it. Okay. Oh, look here. Looky here. So we still have the wheat farm itself. That doesn't seem to change. But we have a barn that holds 50 output. We have a tooling shack that adds workers, which means I assume we can just increase the sizes of them. So is the idea that we get rid of one of these and it acts as the space for 2? I mean, I quite like all my little farmies. But we'll definitely improve storage. Definitely get a wheat barn on here. And a little cart. And then we can do stacks. Oh, these are just decorative. Scarecrows! Ah, too far. Come on. Can we do that thing where you piggyback them? And then delete these ones. You can. Nice. Definitely have a scarecrow out there. And then the haystacks. I mean, they just look good, but they're just literally just taking up wheat space, but I don't care. There we go. Why can't we apply the changes? We have the production. What can't we do there? Come on, let's figure this out. What's wrong here? Is it because we tried to cheat and make the stuff further away? Why can't we do that? That, yeah, there we go. That one's okay all the way over there. Fine. Okay. And then what was the other thing? You can actually just increase workers? Yeah. Which one does it? Tooling shack? How big is it? Stick it on the back of here and just see how we get on. Ooh, oh. Rotation is tricky. Kind of looks good off the back of the barn there, though. Maybe it look good on the side of the barn. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, let's do that then. And we'll see. I mean, maybe we do grab this space here and just make this field bigger and give it more staff and see, because maybe it is a bit crazy that there's like 6 of them around here. If these two can do this, if we get rid of this one and make this one do these, and then that opens up this space for something else. A little bit of housing, maybe on the river. It could be a thing. Could be a thing. Having done that, I think that was the right call. We'll see whether we're producing enough. We have 0 currently, but that's mostly because of all the move arounds I've done and stuff. I'm hoping now that this thing can store 120. This can store 120. This can store 110. Yeah, so I mean, might even look at putting down. Can we add more of these in the wheat barns? Yeah, so we can even just keep adding those in if we need to as well. So that's bear in mind. But now basically what we've done now is open this up to become our next village, because obviously with all of these expansions we're losing out on housing. Down here is fine, but people aren't going to come and live down here if they want to work over here, and eventually we want to moving out our serf workers here and move them into something over here, because this will become more and more important for commoners and what have you. We have an influential village. Nice. Okay, so let's now take a look at just zoning some residential here then. We want to see how gross the area is, so we want to keep that there. All of this can become a nice, hopefully nice run of residential. I don't think they're going to completely fill the space, but they'll pretty quickly start to fill that up, I think. We can also do the same here, as long as we make sure we keep our iron stuff back from the road, but I'm kind of okay with that. We can have housing come right down to here. And we just basically, just from adjusting how that how those farms work, we've basically just given ourselves a whole new village. Whether or not it was needed or it was the right thing to do, I don't know, but we'll see. We can now come in here and just get rid of that. We'll have to rebuild all these fences at some point, I guess, but it gives our builders something to do, I suppose. We've got 3 houses going up here. If we have 1 or 2 go up here, I will be really happy. I think that would be great. The only other thing we need to consider now is our church, I think. I think this probably deserves a church over here. Also, it's saying no access to entertainment, but the public lounge is constantly empty. So I can only assume we're not creating the drink quick enough. Yeah, we have a 0 berry brew available. She's making some. She's a brewer. Should she be a better level job? She's currently a serf. She should probably be a where's the here, look. Yeah, she's serf. Let's promote her. She now gets better at her job. I mean, we could just make her a villager, or a... Is it villager? Citizen. She would be our first citizen. She will be able to get refined food. She will be able to get surface. She will be able to get entertainment. She's knocking the first one back herself before anyone gets them. But she'll be better at her job now. She's able to get everything she needs. The food, she shouldn't have any problem getting food. Ah, no, there are 0 meat and bread. There's some bread there. Bread will have slowed down a bit because of the wheat farm changes we've just made, and now there is meat there. Okay, so, okay, we'd probably need to look at bringing in cheese and having a third option there for people. But she should be able to grab everything she needs and be happy. So we could just look at making her a citizen. Hopefully, that means our taverner will be able to sell more. She needs to be upgraded as well. She's a serf as well. Let's make her a commoner. She'll now do her job better. I mean, the other thing we can look at doing is just adding in another berry brewery. I mean, that's not the end of the world. If she's genuinely not producing enough for people to be in attendance, that should be... I mean, it's just been 0 for the longest time. I don't think there's another problem. Let's see what happens here. When she makes a berry brew, let's see where it goes. So the berry brew, there is now 3 there. We can assume she's transporting berry brew to the service counter. There is now 4 berry brew there. 4, 3. Okay, so it doesn't go down correct. I was wondering that. My worry was that just went. Yeah, now it's gone down to nothing again. So, and she's done for the day. We need another brewery. We need another berry brewery. That's fine. We're going to come into here and we're going to add a new building. Berry brewery, or is it better if we just extend this one? So I don't know whether or not the berry brewery only has 1 person depending on how big it is. Let's try building a second separate one. I think that's probably the way to go. So we'll build berry brewery and we'll just stick a building on the edge of it. I don't know whether that is going to look okay. I think it looks fine actually. There we go. It will need its own chimney. It has access. That's good. Oh, that's not a chimney we can increase the size of. This one is though. There we go. Berry brew has everything it needs, so we'll build that. We'll get another person in there making up some berry brew, because yeah, it just doesn't seem like there's just never enough. Basically, we have the berries for it, we just don't have the brewing capability. Not enough feet in barrels. I assume that's how it's made. So what are we telling us here? This has no wheat. This has no wheat. Are we just now not producing enough? It feels like we're towards the end of the growing period, so that might explain something, but do we have to, after all of this, do we need to go and make more wheat farms? We're constantly being told about a full treasury as well, so the last thing we'll do is, like we did last time, we'll just go around all of our Great Hall buildings and build a new treasury. Or actually, no, I think with the treasury here, this is something we can just increase the size of. Oh, we've got some houses upgrading, that's nice. This is something we can just stick buildings on and it will just increase the capacity. So let's just make sure it looks right. Looks good to me. In fact, it doesn't look great. Always want that gable to work. Okay, so we can just keep sort of adding on. Ooh, do I prefer that one? It's going to be too high, isn't it? Yeah. I do like that, though. That's a huge vestibule. Is there a smaller vestibule? Bring me the smaller vestibule. There we go. Simple vestibule. Whoops. Well, that won't go any smaller. So even the small vestibule is huge. What's all this huge vestibules? Oh my god, that one's massive as well. That building there is literally the smallest one we put on there. Okay, well, it is what it is. We'll apply changes. Okay, where else do we have some manor house that we can add on treasury to? Here is the tax office. Tax office definitely needs a big building full of gold coins, does it not? Treasury. We could probably just get away with a large vestibule on this one. I like saying vestibule, I don't know if you can tell. For now, tis a vestibule. Where else do we have manor buildings? Here. Could we connect these up with a bit of treasury? Let's see. One of these in here? Is that a bit silly? Yeah, it is a bit silly. I'll just try and join this up together with these kind of things. Come on, you want to do it? There you go. That's that. I mean, kind of fine, I guess. How about we go one? Oops. How about we bring it a bit higher and sort of make these all look a little bit like different buildings now? Give it a funny coloured roof. Yeah, do something like that. Yeah, I think that's fun, isn't it? Chimney on the outside of it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like it. Okay, and then how about even... Oh, it'd be really great if we could shrink that down. That's just too big for stuff. Now, I don't think this needs a door or anything. That's literally just going to fill that gap in. But it looks wrong here not to have a door, so what can we do? Where's the... There's a fancier door entrance, isn't there? How about that? Will that go in there? Oh, that's cute. We might have to move our tents a little, but otherwise I actually quite like that. It's a bit more treasury for us. And this is all barracky stuff over here. We did say we would tidy up this fence, but I'm kind of just holding off now until we have to rebuild the whole thing, to be honest. Alright, that's better in there. And that's, I mean, that's kind of fine, actually. Apply changes. Luckily, that doesn't need to be rebuilt. That's good. Okay, so that'll give us some more treasury options. We're currently at 1610. This is saying there's nobody working in it. What were you? Oh, yeah, you're the royal office. That still requires polished stone. My goodness, that seems to have taken a lifetime to build. So why has that taken so long? I'm assuming this is producing... This has got plenty of polished stone. Is it just because other stuff has been favoured over it? I think it has. That's crazy that's taken so long. Yeah, because the tower isn't even built yet. Wow. That's crazy that's taken so long. That's like the first thing we put down in this building. We still have... Why is this not being done? We didn't click build. Oh, we're doing great, gang. All right, I think we're going to leave it there. I know we said that we would work on iron today, but I just feel like this stuff is more pressing. We have 0 stone, but we have a lot of polished stone. I think these guys are just outpacing the stone workers at this point. I tell you what we'll do. We have a lot of unworking people. Unworking people? We have a lot of unemployed people. I think we look at doing this. And then we look at doing this. Yeah, I think we turn this in. I would love to see a more established stone camp. I suppose the reason why they haven't done it is because eventually you just grab stone from one of these big things, which, you know, is still going to be a long-term goal. But I think we just move those over there, double them up. And we've got a house coming in that opens up this area for nicer housing. House. Look at all these little houses here. All this prime real estate eventually as well once they need it. So can we flesh out our workers now? That's full. That's full. That's full. So all the people from the farms that we kicked out basically have just moved over here. That's fine. That's here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Some more workers there. We will have another 3 going into this once it's built. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. To be honest with you, I could play this game for hours at a time. These videos could all be 6 hours long and I wouldn't even blink. But at some point, we have to finish up. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Till the next one, be good.